What's up, everyone? Just Jason here. Welcome to episode number 4 of the I Was Challenged collaboration. This month, I was challenged by Mel at Mel Runs Things. I'll leave her link down in my description to make one of her recipes. So I gave it a shot. I will say right up front that it's probably not as good as hers looked, but that's what the collaboration is all about, trying new things and see how they turn out, basically. So please enjoy the video. We'll have 3 other videos being released at the same time as this one tonight with recipes that we've all swapped between 4 different creators. So there will be a link down in the description for everyone's video, so please make sure you check those out. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so as I mentioned in the intro, this month I'm doing a recipe that was sent to me by Mel from Mel Runs Things. This is what she called a LARB. I think that's the way you say it. It's a Vietnamese dish that I'm trying to loosely recreate based on the video that Mel sent me. Now I'm starting just by sauteing some onions here. That's 1 onion with some butter. You can see they're softening up here. Now Mel added garlic to hers when she started it. Garlic isn't something that really sits too well with me, so I don't usually add garlic into dishes that I'm making. But I just want to make mention to things that she adds that I didn't. There will be a link to her video down in the description, of course. So now we're going to add some lean ground beef in here. And we'll get that all mixed in with the onions. Now again, there are going to be some ingredients that were in the original recipe plus what's traditionally in this recipe that you won't see this in this one. So I do apologize. Like I say, it's my sort of attempt at making this for the first time. There will be things I would do differently if I make it again, but this is where we're at for the first time. So we'll get the ground beef all mixed in there, and we'll start browning that until it's fully cooked. So here we see it starting to get brown, so we'll give that a good mix. Now to the ground beef and the onions and the garlic, Mel was adding, she said basically you could add a fish sauce, teriyaki sauce, or even bonito flakes if you didn't want to use the fish sauce, which again I'm sure would be great additions to this. Unfortunately, it's hard to find some of those ingredients here that aren't mostly sugar. So they weren't going in my dish, but again, these are things that are traditionally in it, along with coriander seed that she added to it. Now, and I'm one of these people that has that gene that makes coriander and cilantro taste like soap, so I had to omit it. So to make this keto friendly, I'm using some of this new pasta konjac root rice. Basically, it's a rice substitute. Now, with any of these konjac root pastas, there's a whole bunch of different ones. The key to them is to drain them into a strainer because they're packed in water and you don't want to be using any of that. So we'll get this strained out of the package. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run it under hot water, and I'm using as hot of water as I can, basically to help actually heat it up as I'm rinsing it. I'll go through and rinse this 2 or 3 times before I start using it. I do find this is a good pasta substitute on a ketogenic lifestyle. So we've got our ground beef all browned up here. So we'll give that one last mix here kind of thing, just basically waiting until any of the liquid steams off Our ground beef has quite a bit of water in it for some reason. It's not the best quality, but you buy what you can afford. So for my wife, we're just making some regular rice here too. It's just your basic minute rice. I don't get too fancy with things like basmati rice unless I'm making her risotto. So we'll get that ready for her to use, and then we'll come back to the ground beef. Now Mel used actual lemon and squeezed lemon juice in there, and again, it's not something that I had, but I wanted to add some lemon juice into the ground beef as well to try and, at least make an attempt to stay focused on this recipe. So looks like everything's coming together here. So we've got some lettuce leaves here. Tried to pick some that weren't too bad. So we're going to add in some of the ground beef and onion mixture first to the lettuce leaves. Now, again, I would definitely say I enjoyed this. My wife really enjoyed it as well. So, I will definitely do things differently the next time I make it. Now that I've done it once, there's other things I'd like to add. So, and here's this new pasta rice substitute here. Again, it looks like rice, but it basically has zero flavor. And here's some shaved carrots that I did up. There's other vegetables you can make up for this, and you can put in crushed peanuts or something crunchy as well. Again, this is just my first attempt at this recipe, so bear with me. I'm sorry that it's not 100% traditional, but I wanted to give it a try, and I was definitely happy with how it turned out, even if it is a little messy to eat in the lettuce leaves. So that's it. Make sure you check out the other 3 creators' recipes for this month's episode 4, and we'll see you next time.